Sir.
GG.
What? I said.
GG.
Why? You son of a bitch. You no good damn son of a bitch.
Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and the Hearthstone, at least Twitterverse, Twitter world, is captured up in a bunch of drama around this. A simple emote. Yes, emoting in Hearthstone has actually been a pretty contentious issue throughout the entire history of it. There's been beefs, there's been dramas, there's just been so much around an innocent little thing like well played. Whether it's taking the sorry emote away from us, well, very apologetic Canadians and well, everyone in general, or just a perfectly timed emote before winning a game or losing a game can just set someone off. And well, what am I talking about? What happened? What started drama? Well, you can see these tweets have been deleted, but they were first made by Fled, a current Grand Master in Hearthstone, although Grand Masters is soon to be retired. And basically it was a tweet about a fellow Grand Master in Luna, who I guess Fled emoted, was upset that Luna had deleted him from her friends list as well as unfollowed him on Twitter because what happened basically, they're in a hotly contested Grandmasters battle that's going on right now this weekend. And by the way, if you're not doing this, which I am currently doing, which is alt tabbing AFKing some Grandmasters action, you can earn a pack if you connect your account, so get yourself some free packs. But what happened was Luna was playing, I think, Weapon Rogue, equipped their weapon, and then Fled emoted well played while playing their Viper to essentially say, I've won the game because I hit you with my tech option. And that led to this little spat, which led to these messages being shared on Twitter with, let's say I don't do things to others that I wouldn't happen to me. I was so often naive. For example, I always thought it was normal to send GG after they beat me, but I've already done that to a person who complained a lot. I didn't know. Just a well-played emote doesn't sound offensive to me. If it's for you, I won't repeat it anymore when I face you. I don't want you to not like me because I really like you. Luna was like, it is what it is. I hope you understand. To me, it's different to say GG on turn 3 of game 1 when you draw your 1 of tech card in a 3-card hand. Don't worry, I don't hate you or anything. Yeah, basically this became giant Twitter drama in the Hearthstone world. It's petty, it's silly stuff. It's not a big deal, although I probably put in the title huge drama. It's kind of huge because everyone's talking about it. We'll go with that. But Fled eventually, I think earlier today, said, I spent the day reflecting how I could be such a bad person. Sorry everyone for this moment, it's in the past. And basically here it is, the whole incident in its entirety with Fled. You fought with dignity emoting here, apologizing for it. At the end of the day, it's an emote. It shouldn't be that big a deal. But funny enough, that wasn't the only Twitter emote drama. Monsanto, another Grandmaster, tweeted this out. 0-2 and probably out of playoffs and last call. Very sad day for me. Lost a match to an opponent spamming me while I was roping, causing lag. Never saw that before. I didn't recover mentally for my second match. Probably didn't play that one well. Tried to argue a bit with admins, but this is allowed and I'm responsible for my connection. I guess the play is to squelch and do it for your roping opponents to punish them for potentially forgetting to squelch. Emotes OP. And he was facing at the time language hacker, who has since denied doing it intentionally, was just emoting. He said he was mad at cards in Monsanto's deck. If you're not familiar with who Language Hacker is, he's a fellow Canadian Grandmaster, also very salty man, can get very angry. He might show up a little bit later in my video here. I love the dude, he's great. But yes, more squelching, and apparently it can create in-game lag. I had no idea about that. Should have added that to my bugs video. But yeah, squelching not only is causing drama, it's causing players to lose, and it all comes down to the very age-old question that I put on my Twitter. Should Hearthstone just have an auto squelch option? Like, really? It's 2022. The game's been out. Play Hearthstone just tweeted out today. It's been out for 8 years. We cannot auto squelch our opponents, and I had a ridiculous amount of replies. If we take a look, this has only been out for 2 hours. When you watch this video, it'll probably been out for like 14, 16 hours. And I already have 41 responses. And Regis sums it up exactly how I feel. Although I squelch all the time. I actually get salty about people squelching. Again, we'll talk about that in a second. Regis said, I never squelched an opponent in my life, and I still think it's a pretty obvious yes. It's just like, why is the option not there? If the option to squelch in game is there, why can't you just squelch? And this has just led to memes aplenty on Twitter. It's actually quite hilarious how many people have gone on to Twitter to basically meme about it. We had myself, I reposted a video meme that I will try and put in the intro. It might get blocked. So if it did get blocked and you didn't get to see it, check out my Twitter thread. You'll be able to see a throwback to this sketch I love from Chris Farley way back in the day. Yes, I'm an old man. We had Fury Hunter, another Grandmaster, with this tweet: how to stay one step ahead of the Hearthstone meta. You just squelch your opponent. And I even like this take from RDU. RDU, who is now a relegated Grandmaster, didn't make playoffs or anything like that. And amazing, he stuck around the entire Grandmaster run despite being a full-time Battleground streamer. So he's pretty good at the Hearthstone game. Even if he's not 100% into ladder, he kicks some serious ass. RDU said, people complain about emotes in Constructed when we have this in Battlegrounds and it's not even squelchable. Imagine getting taunted by this cow. That'd be terrifying. And yes, I even Educated Collins came in. I agree with this. Why aren't Battlegrounds squelchable? Seems super off to me. So now we have people complaining about not being able to squelch it, period, in Battlegrounds. So it really does come down to the question, should Hearthstone have an auto squelch option? If you go through my replies, it's a lot of yes. Ben Hearthstone had a poll about this a couple months ago with 2/3 saying yes. It's like really like just why not? But there's an interesting proposition: is what is the point of buying portraits if I cannot flex my emotes for my opponent to hear this is why? And honestly, it could be as simple as that. Is like, if those emotes are there and people are forced to hear them or forget to squelch, maybe they'll be more inclined to buy portraits. And we know Blizzard likes to sell you some portraits, but you see a lot of yes. Hearthstone should have an auto BM option. I like that suggestion. I mean, I'm on an auto BM mode all the time, and I will just put it, I'll leave off with like, look how many yeses there are. Yes. Why should it not? Yes. We're starting to sound like Daniel Bryan here. A lot of yeses, and I'm in agreement. I just don't see why not. You don't want to, use it. You don't use it. Personally, I would use it all the time because I'm a salty little bad loser baby who gets upset about emotes sometimes. But I kind of got called out when I tweeted this out. I'll leave off with this. Some self-deprecating humor, taking a shot at me, and I appreciate it. I've never seen so many people get upset over in-game emoting. Yikes. And Language Hacker, who was involved in all this, said, for someone who gets upset over every single thing that happens in Hearthstone, I find this statement hard to believe. And you know what? GG, well played, Language Hacker. I totally agree. And I just want me some auto squelch. I'd like to hear in the comments below what you guys think. Would you like to see auto squelch in the game? Does it set you off? Like, it's just such a minor thing, but wouldn't it just be nice to have it in there? I'd love to hear what your guys' take on it. And watch your emotes. You might get flamed by a Grandmaster at some point. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends. Well played.